today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. Rams taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Rams. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now here comes the Los Angeles offense and the man in charge of it in his second season with the team, 14th overall, and what's been an impressive career, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Again, it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Powell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Going right back to Akers. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Rams field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Gay's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Aaron Donald. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Brandon Powell. Uses the stiff arm. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Nice move at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and 4. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
They'll go. It's Gaskin. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Now it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tutu Atwell there. And now it's 2nd down. Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing is Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Fourth down, and we go from one Matt to another. Stafford heads off. Matt Gay gets set for the Tash. This from 34. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. On first down, Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Tua. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's 3rd and short. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Tua sets up to pass it over the middle and complete to Waddle. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be. Obviously, they're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dolphins.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And not much running room. Down to the... Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The pass on 2nd down. Complete to Raheem Mostert. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but they can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Second down, Gaskin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Stafford going to give this to Akers. He'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here, too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami.
On the return is Powell.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22. He finds Robinson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. High throw, but the catch is made.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Stafford on 1st down. Powell on the catch.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Gay's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So Tua and the Dolphins down 9-7. A minute 24 to go. Now their lead is evaporated, but they still have a shot on first down. Here's Tua. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Down to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. This for the lead in the final stages. Sanders' kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So now it's the Rams' turn, trailing by a point after the made field goal. 54 seconds to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Stafford now to throw. Intended target was Cam Akers, and that'll bring up second down. Now Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And that will be incomplete as well. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.